Hi guys! I've been having a really good week. If my first video this week isn't indication enough of that, or wasn't indication enough of that. So I decided to make another video today. It's a really nice day outside, in terms of it's really sunny and the sky is clear. It's actually very, very chilly out today. Yesterday was like 30 degrees, which is like 86 Fahrenheit for you Americans. Today is like, it's about 3 degrees now, which I think would be around maybe 37-ish Fahrenheit. It was 0 for most of the day, which is like 32, so. But it's really nice and really sunny, so I mean, great for pictures and shit. But, I was thinking earlier today that I wanted to make a video, but I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to make it about. I was, brainstorming ideas and everything, or rather, I was just thinking about it. And as I was walking in the door and thinking, like, I'm so excited to sit down and binge watch all of Season 3 of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt because it came out today on Netflix, I had the perfect idea. Netflix and binge-watching TV shows. So I guess many people here probably know what Netflix is. If you don't have an account yourself, you probably at least know many people who do. And it just I just have the realization these days that I can't watch TV the way I used to when I was younger. I mean, it used to be that you wait, like, every week for a new episode of something, and that was it. And, I mean, then it stopped for several months in summer, but it picked back up usually in around the fall. So, that's what TV was like. And nowadays, it's very much like you get the entire season in a day, you watch all of that, and then you wait almost a year for more. And in retrospect, the first one is better because you don't spend as much time waiting, especially if the last episode ends off on a cliffhanger. You don't have to wait like a whole nother year for it. You only have to wait several months, like summer vacation. But with all the episodes available to you, it's hard to just kind of pace yourself. You keep wanting to know what's going to happen next, and then you end up watching a whole season, if not a whole series, within just a couple days. And it's kind of crazy, because who knew that, this would be the future of television. There are a couple shows that I do watch where they're still updated weekly. The new episodes of Once Upon a Time don't go up on Netflix right away. They wait until the whole season's done. But I have been invested in that show since I had cable, so I download the new episode every week. And then there are shows on Netflix that are updated every week, like Riverdale before it just ended last week, and iZombie. And I sit there impatiently waiting on those new episodes. But at the same time, I don't know, it's weird to think about, isn't it? And then there are shows like Game of Thrones where you still end up waiting a year anyways, even though there's new episodes every week, because there's only 10 episodes a season, and so you only really get 2.5 months of content, and then you're waiting 9.5 months to see more. And this year, even longer, you're waiting pretty much an entire year, because they're starting this season later than they usually do, so there's that. But I thought I'd just make a little video about, TV watching and how it's changed, even just over, say, the past 5 years. 5 years ago, I still had cable. 5 years ago, I moved out on my own after finishing my college diploma, and I moved into a place where digital cable was included in my rent. I didn't choose the place because of that, but it was included in my rent. That was something that was included, that and internet. So that was really awesome. I still had cable, I still kept up to date on new shows, I still browsed through the TV Guide channel whenever I needed something to watch, and that was life. That was life. that was how I grew up all throughout like the 90s and the 2000s. That's TV. And later that year, I moved back in with my mom when she got a new place, and she had cable. So, I mean, that was that. She had cable. I moved in with my boyfriend several months later, and we just watched Netflix all the time. That was it. Netflix or DVDs. And at the time, it was difficult for me. There were shows on TV that I wasn't ready to give up, like that you couldn't download, say, like bridal shows. One of my guilty pleasures is bridal shows, even though I have no intention of ever wearing a wedding dress. I mean, when I tell people that I'm never going to be a bride, they're like, oh, you can still be a bride as a guy. You can still wear a dress. No, I don't like dresses. That's never going to happen. But I got used to it. Eventually, I got used to it. We just binge-watched a lot of shows all the time. We would binge-watch shows on DVD, like Stargate SG-1. I mean, that's 10 seasons. And I myself have even since then binge-watched it several times because I have it on DVD. But when I moved back in with my mom when I started my bachelor's degree, she didn't have cable anymore. So it was this new adjustment of getting used to just watching Netflix all the time. And I mean, I live on my own again now. And I still use my mom's Netflix account because, I mean, she says I can. So why not? I mean, it's only $8 a month. I'd get my own account if she told me no, but but that's how I do TV. I would do Netflix, and I will be sitting here doing my homework, writing my master's thesis, and wanting to watch something, and I will purposely pick out a show that I can just binge watch for a couple days in a row while I work. Like, say, Outlander. I've spent a whole week watching Outlander once while working on, like, the last of my assignments for the school year. And I've spent the last several days rewatching Orange is the New Black to prepare for the new season that comes out next month. I have watched the leaked episodes. Oops. But the leaked episodes weren't the entire season, so I still do have to wait and see how it ends. But anyways, that's just it. Like, TV has changed. The way we watch TV has changed. We are now in this whole generation of binge watching as opposed to just casual watching. I guess casual watching would be the term I use, I guess. So I guess in the comments, what you can do is tell me how you watch TV. Do you have cable? Do you have Netflix? Do you have something else like an Android box? I know my mother has an Android box. I do not. She offered me one. I refused to take it. It's not a legality issue with me. It's just an issue of me not wanting my mother to give me something to later use against me. You know how things work sometimes with parents. But do you have cable, Android box, Netflix? Do you have something else like, say, Hulu? Let me know how you watch TV. And do you like binge watching stuff in like a whole day or several days? Or do you like to wait and pace yourself and watch things a week at a time? And I mean, I've mentioned some of the shows that I watch here in this video, so feel free to tell me what your favorite shows are, what you like to watch. If this has not interested you, and you've somehow got to 9 minutes and you're just bored to tears, you can just mosey along on YouTube and find something else more interesting to watch. But if this does interest you in any little way or form, feel free to subscribe. I will never say no to new subscribers. And yeah, I guess that's all I have for right now. And I hope that I can at least keep up the progress with my master's thesis this upcoming week. But for now, I'm just going to binge watch The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and maybe make some dinner in a while. So yeah. Bye, guys.